It's time. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show live on WBON TV and on radio at WEKY, WKXO, and WIRV. Support your favorite team with apparel from Campus Warehouse and join us here on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Also brought to you by Bishop Small Engine Repair and Nuevo Vallarta. And now let's go live to your host, Michael Watkins and Samantha Burford.
Hey everyone, and welcome into the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show live tonight at Campus Warehouse. Samantha Burford, Michael Watkins here with you on a rainy Monday night here in Richmond. And Samantha tonight joined by the new head coach of the Model Lady Patriots, Derek Robinson. Coach, welcome in.
Thanks for having me. An honor to be here.
Apparently you have a nickname, because you called yourself a nickname a second ago. Tell everybody your nickname.
Everybody calls me D-Rob.
D-Rob, I like that. I like that. Okay.
So, see, we don't even have to give him a nickname.
No, I've got some nicknames for you, but I'm not allowed to say them on the air, but I'll hold them to me.
Since I was probably about 14, it's been over about 25, 30 years.
Yeah.
And it hasn't changed. You know, it hasn't changed. Actually, my high school, Bourbon County, where I went to high school, all my buddies growing up, they just gave me that name, and it just stuck.
It stuck with you all these
Coach
years.
D-Rob.
I like that.
Coach D-Rob, so.
Well, let's talk about, a week now, you've been the Model head girls coach, and let's talk about what's gone on for the last week as you all have been kind of going through the end of Summer League ball and kind of this job, the story behind how you got the job now at Model.
It's like I said when I talked to you a couple weeks last week, it was just been a grind. I've always been accustomed to women's basketball. So when all the jobs was open, I was putting in for different jobs. Some that was convenient, not just any job, but things that was convenient, close, not too far away from home, was convenient with my time. And I put in for this. And like I said, after the interview, Mr. Sutton, Coach Sutton, Scotty had told me, said, man, we're going to wait and hire the middle of June. So I'm in the waiting game. It's been about a month since I interviewed, so I'm like, I don't know what he's going to do. But I really had a good feeling about it. My interview for the Frankfort High School, I was close to getting that for the boys. Brown Station High School for the boys, I was close, and then that didn't come through. But I had this to come interview, and like I said, it felt so good. Scotty was amazing in the interview. I mean, we just did something different. It was outside, a nice day underneath the shade, and we just vibed and had a nice conversation. And they got to know me, and I got to know them. But I was playing a waiting game.
That's hard.
Praying.
Yeah, that's hard.
And also just staying ahead, keeping up on the team. If I did get the job, I was already ready to come in and see who I got, who am I going to play against. So I'm at home before the hiring process went, looking at teams in the district, just trying to figure out my personnel and different stuff. And I was helping Brown Station also. When I didn't get the job, I was helping Champ Legan to stay on staff. Yeah. And I was just doing little things for him, like as far as getting them as referees for the summer, because everything I had done when he came in, everything was done as far as the schedule. Me as an assistant, I went on and handled all of that. So I just stayed my task in hand, was actually refereeing a summer game. And the AD, Abby Jackson from Brown Station, came in and walked in. She said, hey, they've been calling me all day. You wanted to accept this job. And I got just kind of shocked for a minute. I'm like, this is really going to happen. And I offered it. You know, it was a no-brainer. It was something I've been working for a while, knowing that after I played, I had to learn the ways, how Lexington, how Kentucky basketball works as far as getting into being head coach. And just waited my turn, man, and stuck with the process. I've been through those type processes for a while, and understanding, like, you got to work hard, do the right things. You know, support suggests when you're working for a coach. Don't try to be step on their toes or anything. Just be able to support, suggest, do the right things, and good things happen for you. So that was kind of how it came about. Well,
you've paid your dues, obviously. So talk about what the last week has been like since you have accepted the job and you were announced last Monday as the new head coach.
Well, it's been busy. It's been busy. A lot of phone calls, a lot of texts from people that cared about me and just wanted to keep up with me. All my college coaches, everybody I played with in the past. But it's just for me, just getting down here and knowing my girls, the personnel, the administration, who I'm gonna be working with. So I'll getting all the little things together, like the schedules, the uniforms, and all that stuff. So it's been more less basketball, teaching basketball, than having to do everything else. So that's the main part, but I've been really focused on it. Yeah.
So, COVID, obviously, the pandemic hit us all last year, obviously. So with basketball, you were at Bryan Station. Things had to happen. Are you excited about moving forward without the mask, without certain things, the protocols, getting to know these girls and the relationship that you're going to be able to form? Or are you going to be like, okay, no, until August, we're still wearing masks? What are you guys doing?
We are, if you're vaccinated, you don't have to wear the mask and that type of stuff. So we've been following those rules. It's actually been great because where I'm going is small. But I'm excited about everything opening up, especially for the girls. When you got to factor in people come to see you play, recruiting.
Right.
Like last year it was tough. I had a lot of colleges, and I talked to try to help guys get in college. But it's so with the COVID, the transfers everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's been kind of hectic as far as the college level. But high school level, I think kids are more excited than anything just to get back in the gym. And get on a regular routine.
Yep.
Where you can see
back to
people,
normal.
See your friends. You know how teenagers are and student athletes. They want to see their friends and be with them in a type of environment. But I'm more excited for them than I am for myself. I'm more excited for them to just get back out. And, we were getting out during the COVID, but now you're on a regular basis. Every day you get to get out. COVID was maybe once, twice a week. You might be able to do something.
Yeah.
Somebody might get quarantined.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Where I was at the Brown Station this past year, we had two quarantines.
Yep.
And then the snow hit us, so we started out 7-0 there. We was ranked about, I think, 8th in the state. Started out real well, and I'll tell you, we went through that first quarantine, came back, and it was like
Different team.
We didn't bounce back.
Yeah.
And it took a whole mental approach on the student athletes, which us as grown-ups, we're trying to handle it as best as we can. Then you got to deal with the teenagers trying to teach them how to handle it. So
Right.
It's been a challenge.
Yeah.
Well, to me, especially in basketball, momentum is always so important. And it's not
yes.
even, from quarter to quarter. It can be game to game. When you're rolling like that, you don't want it to end. If you're playing really well for a half, you don't want the halftime break. You want to just keep playing ball.
Yeah.
So whenever you're playing, you're 7-0, and then you have to go out and quarantine for a week or two, it just kills the momentum. And I think that was we saw a lot last year, and you all mentioned that as well.
Momentum's it's big. It's big, especially when you don't have a experienced team, a veteran team.
Yeah.
Or even if you got a veteran team, you might not have that vocal leader to actually, if you take a break or two and you come back, can you actually still keep
Everybody back together?
That's the biggest challenge, not only for coaching but definitely for the kids.
Now, you played at Western, and you played overseas, and you even played for the Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah.
So just tell folks that may not know a little bit about Derek Robinson, a little bit about yourself, your college days and your pro days, and then playing for the Globetrotters as well.
Well, it was. I'm telling you, it was like amazing. It was like one of the best things. I didn't even know it was going to happen. I was actually working with a guy that was helping me get jobs, and it was right like when I just told you all about taking my master's here.
Yeah.
That happened probably about 5 or 6 months after I went and took another job. So I went to the Harlem Globetrotters, man, and it was a 25-day contract, and it was one of probably the best experiences I've ever had. I mean, such a classy organization. Paid you the first day, gave all your gear out the first day.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
That I did not know.
Not only did they pay you for your 25 days, you pay you for your per diem. So it was like they knock on your hotel room and just give you everything at one time.
Man.
I got to meet Tex, which is over everything.
Yeah.
We was actually there's two teams. There was one team that traveled out in the west with Arizona, and the other team was stationed in Pennsylvania. I was on the East Coast. So,
Okay.
What's his name was coaching us? Bernie Bickerstaff was the coach at the time. They had a competing team.
Okay.
They had a show team and a competing team, and I was kind of in the mix with both. So like I was telling you, I had to learn the Men in Black dance. I had to learn that every night.
It's not just about basketball, entertaining aspect of it too.
And it was just like a professional job. You wake up every day, you get on the big Harlem Globetrotter bus. You go to the next gym, you practice. You go to the hotel, and then you go to the small high school gyms, like, I don't know, maybe 60, 70 people, 100 people, just packed.
Yeah.
Every night, and it's just amazing. You're like,
Yeah.
dang, you grew up watching the Harlem Globetrotters, and you're like, you go into these small areas, and you're like, you got the NBA, but they are still so loved. The Harlem Globetrotters are still so loved around our globe and our world.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was amazing.
Yeah.
We love them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fun too. I mean,
Yeah.
the kids love it, but it's also entertaining for the
It's
adults as
entertainment.
well.
And it
Did
was
they
one-
ever? Go ahead.
No, it was, and then it was sad. After my 25th day, they decided not to keep me. So, I get paid pretty good. And I kept playing after that. But that was one of those where, if I had to take it all back, I wish I could just keep that for another.
Yeah.
5
Oh,
years.
yeah.
It
Yeah.
was fun.
Did they ever ask you to do something and you go, you want me to what?
Well,
Like-
at first,
Yeah.
at first, because it wasn't like they would have somebody teaching you. You have to get in there, and they was like, okay, you got to learn this as it goes. You know what I'm saying? And you learn it as it goes. Even when you go in the high school gym, the people's in the stands, if you don't know it, you still got to get in there and try to, you know,
and
try to figure
pretend
it
like
out.
you know
yeah,
it.
It was, you know, you had Showtime Jackson, the older guys, Keyron Shine, Jimmy Snapper played at Memphis State, David Vaughn played. I mean, there were so many guys that I got to meet, and it was amazing, man. I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Well, let's talk about this girls' basketball team at Model. We obviously know about Keaton Hall and the kind of player she is. Taylor LeCompte is a good post presence inside. You've got some good pieces. So what is going to be the short-term and long-term goals for you at Model?
Yeah, because they lost 3 seniors this year,
and McKenna
right?
Tuttle was a big part of that,
yes.
too.
I was very pleased when I practiced these girls and I seen them scrimmage. I had my assistant coach them over the last couple of weeks, and we have a nice core coming back. The thing that I'm really impressed with about Keaton is that she is a team player.
Yeah.
She doesn't mind giving the ball up to the open person. She plays the right way. And what me and her have talked about as far as leading our team is just her being more efficient on the floor, knowing where to get our shots, knowing the shots to take, shooting the ball well, getting everybody involved, which she knows. She's used to that. But the more is like when she's getting older and maturing, like really be efficient.
Yeah.
You know, really be that player where you can poise everybody, you can set the pace of the game, and that's what I'm leading on her about. You know, Taylor's a big impact too.
Yeah.
She can play well. She's got to get in a little shape. But other than that, she brings a lot. She rebounds the ball. She rolls well. She has good touch. She has good hands. And we're just gonna build on that. Like I said, we missed the girl that graduated this past year, which was
McKenna. Yeah.
Tuttle.
but we're coming back with Mackenzie.
Ferguson. Yep.
Like I said, KB, the 8th grader, EK.
Yeah, Lawson. She's really good.
Yes.
So our first 5 or 6, our core is really solid. We've gotten better over the last couple of weeks. We went up to Transylvania Camp and played Douglas on the fly and beat them by 2. You know, it's just summer, but still gives your team to like I told them at the game. Now you understand what you're capable of doing if you want to go further and get something out of it.
Well, I think in the summer league too, it gives you a confidence boost when you go on and you beat a team like that. I remember when we were, when I went to Jackson City, small school like Model, we had beaten South Laurel in the summer before my junior year, and they had just came off a state championship. Now they were without a couple of players, but we beat South Laurel, and we could use that as motivation going into the year. Like, listen, guys, if we can beat them, we can really do some stuff, or we got a chance to do something special. We ended up making it to the regional finals for the first time in school history. So
that's what's so amazing about it. Every level, elementary, middle school, high school, college, pro. When you play against somebody, you compete, and whether it be summer scrimmage or whatever, it might not mean nothing to the team you beat, but when you beat that, when you're the team that won, like you said, it builds your confidence. That's what we need. That's what we need.
Especially at a smaller school like that, because when you beat a big name, it just helps. We can.
Especially after the season they just had, the losing record that they got. Anything at this point, and after COVID, it's going to be great.
And I think, too, when you're at a smaller school, sometimes when you go up against the bigger school, even if you're the better team sometimes, it's just that thought process of, oh, this is Madison Central again. It's hard to get over that hump. So you got to get that mindset right. And I think that's a big part of the coaching aspect of it, too.
That's the goal for me coaching,
as
far as me coaching. And our team goal also, we want to be able to compete. We want to bring winning basketball. It doesn't matter where you at. If you come in and put the work in, and I put my players in the right position, our staff puts our players in the right position to be successful, we'll beat those teams. We'll be able to compete and give ourselves a chance at the end of the game.
Minus the seniors, I guess you have everybody coming back, right?
We're young.
Possibly new players.
We're young, and we got some young ones that come in and work every day. We're going to start in the middle school. We're going to build. We're going to develop, which is the number one thing we have to do at University Model. And then with them not having the reclassifying rule and everything, which it really doesn't. It hurts us at times, but at the same time, me coming in, I know that I have to rebuild regardless. I have to start way down here and rebuild. And we're just going to do it, man. I feel excited. Even after next year when we lose KB, we still got EK. We still got some young ones coming up, just learning the system, and we should be pretty solid.
Well, I'm sure you've had to do that before at other teams.
Yes.
So you're familiar with it. Got that experience.
And as a player playing for Dennis Felton, coming in my first year at Western, and they hadn't been successful for 5 or 6 years. So I've been able to be a part of that process and know It might take a year or two, but you keep building and believing and buying into the system. Reward. You know, we went to the NCAA tournament twice. You know, I've had some individual accolades at Western. Played against a great coach, Dennis Felton. And, you know, you go into West Kentucky, you always considered a mid-major.
Yeah.
So like I was telling you, when we went and played UK, our system was Coach Felton, him working with Coach Rick Barnes forever. So he brought that to Western to teach us, like, this is what it takes. It don't matter if you're a mid-major or not. If you can go out here and compete and execute, you're capable of anything. So I just want to share those experiences with our girls, with our team. And once they get that, they understand they're capable of doing anything in life they want to do.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you coming on with us.
Can I ask one more quick question?
I
know. I do this every guest.
All right.
I want to know, are you just going to get out there with them and show them how it's done?
Oh, there you
shoot
go.
some hoops?
I told them today, actually I told them, I said, you think you're going to get away this year without me playing me one-on-one? But I can still play a little bit. So
That's what
there we go. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
But I love the energy. I get in that gym, I sweat, I'm teaching, I'm pointing, and I'm having fun. And that's why I want to make it. I want to make it fun for them.
Yeah.
And also be able for them to trust me and trust what we're doing as a team. And we're going to be surprising to watch this year.
Well, I think one thing's for sure. This district, when you look, you know, Berea's bringing back everybody, but Madison Central's very young. Southern loses Cornelison. They're going to be a little bit young. And Model's bringing back a lot. So, I mean, there's a chance for Model to compete in this district this year.
They've been playing pretty well in the summer on the fly. We're on the fly, and we go in practice. We're learning some few things that I'm teaching them. And Coach Cummins has done a great job, my assistant. But they've been learning on the fly. That's what really been impressing me. We'll get the ball in, team might press us, and we're just getting in spots. I'm pointing, I'm yelling, I'm getting in spots, and they're getting there.
Yeah.
So that's going for us, to be able to be coachable, learn on the fly, and learn quick. And you can't ask for anything else from a new team in a new situation.
Well, Coach, congratulations on the job at Model. We look forward to covering you and the Lady Patriots this year, and good luck this season.
All right. I'm sure I'll be seeing you guys.
That's Derek Robinson, the new head coach at the Lady Patriots of Model. We'll step aside for a commercial break. Madison Southern going to come on and talk to us about some boys basketball when we come back on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show.
Hey, why aren't you watching these 30-second walk-arounds?
And I'm Jennifer, and in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Kokudet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see you.
Support your favorite team with apparel from Campus Warehouse in Richmond. Whether you're an EKU fan or you're a part of the Big Blue Nation, Campus Warehouse has something for you. Stop by and see their new line of Old Road t-shirts, because guys, we know Saturdays are for the boys. Plus, they have the cutest seasonal tees for the ladies. And Campus Warehouse now carries the new line of tees for the kiddos as well. Visit campuswarehouserichmond.com or stop by their location in the Richmond Center next to Buffalo Wild Wings.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best margaritas and fajitas in town. Doesn't a huge 32-ounce ice-cold beer sound great? Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
Patrick O'Neill has been serving Central and Eastern Kentucky since 1995. When someone is accused of something they didn't do, or when a good person makes a mistake, they need the best representation they can find. And that's Patrick O'Neill. Whether it's criminal defense, Social Security, disability, personal injury, workers' compensation, or deeds and wills. When you need legal advice, trust the expertise of Patrick O'Neill. He will get you the money you deserve. His office is located in Jackson, but Patrick practices all over Central and Eastern Kentucky. For more information or for a free consultation, call 606-666-2990.
Welcome back into the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show, joined by Austin Newton and three of the Madison Southern Eagles and the real head coach of Madison Southern, is here with us as well. But, Coach, got a good win today, and summer ball's been really good for you guys. Just talk about how the team's played this summer and kind of what you've seen from them growing over from last year.
Sure. We, like you said, we finished today, but I think we ended up playing 24 games. Our varsity record was 20-4 over the summer, so we're very proud of that. We know at the end of the day the record over the summer doesn't mean anything, but I think you and I have talked off air. We've knocked off some really good teams this summer, and that gives our guys a lot of confidence moving forward. We do have a lot coming back from last year's team that's been really good for us. So our summer season, we won a lot of games. We learned a lot. We were 9-0 at one time, and it didn't feel good. You know what I mean? It was 9. We kept talking after the games like, we're 9-0, but something's just a little off. And so we changed some things, and guys grew up. So it's better to win and learn than it is to lose and learn, obviously. But so not only did we won a lot of games, but we learned about ourselves throughout the process.
Well, I think one thing and you know, talked about it today too, it was always, you know, one half compared to another half with you guys. There would be some games where you'd come out in the first half and you couldn't miss, and then it was the complete opposite in the second half, or even vice versa. You'd come out and you'd get behind 10 or 15 in the first half. You'd play really well in the second half, but that first half kind of put you so far behind it was hard to come back from. But, you know, I saw today you got the Hudson twins stepping up, and a lot of guys, weapons all over the floor, and I think that'll just really help you guys going into next season.
We really do have a lot of guys that can shoot it. With me tonight, we got two of the best defenders probably in Southern history, and they're going to play because they defend and they're tough. And we've been without Nate all summer, so you think about the games that we've won and the things that we've done without him. And so, but you're right, everybody that's watched us over the years knows that we're very reliant on the three. And when we're making them, we're dangerous. So we've had a few games this summer where they all went in, and we just look up at the scoreboard and we're like, wow. And then we've had the games where they haven't gone in, and we look up at the score and we're like, okay, we're going to have to win this with defense. And so we know that we have a very good shooting team, and when they're falling, things are really well. We just have to learn, and that's what we've talked about all summer. When the shots aren't going, how are we going to win?
Yeah.
So now that you guys are done with the summer games, what's next? What's next for these three and the team?
I think we all need a break from each other. It seems like we've been together the last 3 or 4 weeks, just every single day. And, you know, when you play in the summer, you play multiple games per day. So there's a lot of tired guys and tired coaches. We've had kids camp. We've done a lot here in the last 3 or 4 weeks. And so we'll take a few weeks off here till after the dead period. And then July and into August is more of lifting weights, strength and conditioning, getting our bodies stronger. But we are going to take a couple weeks here and rest our bodies.
One thing I wanted to touch on, I got some good news today from Coach Ponder. Baby boy's doing good at home, but I know that was a scary thing for you and the team.
It really was, and Coach Ponder means a lot to our program. Of course, he went to Southern, played there, great player, and our players love him. He's just got a wonderful family, and had a baby boy. I guess was it last week or a couple weeks ago? It seems like these last 2 weeks have been a blur. But baby had some complications. It took him home and went back in for emergency surgery, and it didn't look good when they took him back in. And a lot of people have been praying for him. I know social media, there's been a lot of Facebook shares and all that, so we appreciate all the prayers. And the baby actually came home yesterday, so they're very hopeful that everything's going to be okay, and we just appreciate everybody's prayers.
Well, Samantha, we got some players here too. I'm going to start with Nate first. You know, you missed last season. One thing I even said on the air today during the game was it was good, I think, for Brett and Hezekiah to get that experience of playing out there last year and getting some minutes that they may have not have gotten if you had been there. So were you talking to those guys during the year trying to help keep their confidence up? And what has it been like seeing them kind of get better as that season went along?
I talked to them a lot last year during the season, just like trying to help them out as much as I could because I played all sophomore year and had some varsity experience. So I just tried to help them out as much as I could and just talk to them about.
How's the rehab process been going?
That's what I want to know,
It's been long. I'm getting tired of it, but I still got a little bit left.
Do you feel like you're close back to normal?
Yeah, it hardly bothers me anymore, so.
That's good. That's a good thing. Coach wants to hear that.
Well, one thing I've seen you've been doing a lot has been fishing a lot, right? And today'd be a good day to be fishing with the rain probably pushing. I don't know much about fishing, but I know when it rains, it usually makes it a little bit better, right?
Yeah, I fish a lot.
Are you on the fishing team at Southern too?
Yeah.
Okay. So is that which one are you better at, basketball or fishing?
I don't know. It's pretty close.
Yeah. Okay.
Region.
One region, okay, one region, and so yes, I mean you got he's multi-talented.
He's a good fisherman.
So
he just one region.
What's the timeline look for you right now? Are you going to be able to get back out there before the season starts, or?
Yeah, I should be back before season starts or earlier.
Okay.
Probably. More than likely, I'll be back earlier.
Well, Samantha, I know everybody out there who watches Southern football knows who Walter Smith is, and Walter, I really like seeing you use your physical ability better than most kids that play both sports, because you're a good athlete, but you're also able to get out there and get physical with some guys. There are a couple of times today where you were getting physical with the guards from Danville. Yeah. So talk about that, how you're able to kind of use what you do in football on the basketball court
and
as well.
you know what? Some people may not recognize him
without the helmet on.
Without the helmet on, yeah.
He looks bigger on the basketball court than he does in the football patch, too.
I mean, every time I transfer from football to basketball, it's a huge jump, and sometimes I'll just bring some things with me, and I feel like that's actually a big advantage for me, because whenever I go from basketball to football, it kind of gets my stamina good.
Yeah.
So I can play 4 quarters well, and hopefully I won't cramp halfway through.
Yeah.
And then going from football to basketball, it really helps with my physicalness, and then
Which do you like better? Now, without Coach sitting here, I mean, are they equal? Do you love them both? I mean, you've got to have a passion.
Charges.
He's good at that too.
Oh yeah.
The best charge taker I've ever seen.
Really? Yeah.
I mean, he has just an ability to put his body between the ball and the basket like I've never seen, and it starts with his feet. He's so good at moving his feet.
Well, one thing that I wanted to ask you about too, and I've really seen this since Coach Newton took over, the culture change at Madison Southern. It's not just with the basketball team or the football team, but it really feels like in the last 3 or 4 years that everybody has come together, and it really feels like it's one big happy family. Over there. Can you talk about that and just
Eagle Nation.
With Coach Newton and Coach Clark, and with the volleyball coaches and the softball and baseball coaches? It seems like everybody's on the same page over there.
Oh yeah. I mean, when COVID happened, whenever things kind of started slowing down, but not really. I mean, basketball and football were together, like combined during pods. We were working out, doing everything that we could.
Was it Camp Soar, right? Am I saying that right? Yeah, Camp Soar.
Yeah. And then even over spring ball, I mean, I saw Newton out at our practices every other day, and during our practices we'd get Hagen out there. He'd carry the ball to the end zone. We'd break it down on him.
Did you ever get Newton in pads?
No.
No. Okay.
We got him in my helmet. But,
okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk to Blake, too. And Blake, you had some big moments last year. I remember you guarding Cole Brown during the district tournament and guarding some of these really good players in the 11th region was loaded with them last year. So talk about what Coach Newton has told you your role is with the team and kind of what is expected from you each and every night.
Just to play good defense. Stop the ball.
That's all you got to do, right? But it's easier said than done.
So simple.
Yeah, it sounds easier, but when you got to guard, Cole Brown and Deshaun Jackson and Ben Johnson and guys like that night in and night out, what kind of mindset do you have to be able to go out there and do that?
I sort of take pride in it, knowing that that's the best player. So I got to lock up and give them 110% and try to guard and do my best to guard them.
So what are you guys doing this summer? Now that this is over, you're going to take your break. Are you guys working? What else in the works? Girlfriends, lots of downtime.
You don't get them in trouble, Samantha. Okay? This is live. So.
I know.
You said girlfriends, so you could really get one or two of them in trouble.
Okay, don't tell us if you have multiple girlfriends. But,
We all three have jobs. I mow yards. Nate works at Kroger and Walt works at Subway.
Okay.
So see, they're busy.
Yeah, and I think that kind of goes to show what kind of kids they are too. That they put a lot of effort into the sport, but they're also working jobs and making some money during the summer.
And my next question is, tell me. I know you used to do it monthly. I don't know if you still do it monthly, but I love the community events that you have.
Yeah, Manly Mondays, what it was called. Yeah, Man Up Monday.
Are you still doing it? And tell us about it. Yeah. Well, and what have you learned from it?
We unfortunately with COVID, it was hard to bring in guest speakers and do all those things, but we've done some things here and there. We did a trash cleanup about a month ago in Berea with the police chief, and so the more we can serve our community, the better. Just COVID really hurt us in that area, but we're hoping to get back to Man Up Monday here soon. And these three guys, they're all going to be seniors for us, and this is my 4th year as coach, so they've been with me since I've been here, and so this is and we're missing a few. We still Grant Holbrook, Hezekiah Fogel, and Trent DeVries. Yep. Those guys aren't with us tonight, but this is a very special group to me because they pretty much have been with me since the start of what the culture that we're trying to get here at Madison Southern. And they've really bought into it, and they've stayed the course. And I hope that they'll reap the benefits of it this year. I think they will. But they know that doing those things, the Man Up Monday, the community service, that's more important to me than winning.
Yeah.
We all love to win, and we're going to win. But those things are really important to us.
Is the schedule – sorry, go ahead.
You're good. Well, I think one thing that we've seen with the culture over there is it's obviously changed from, just being a Cinderella team to expecting to win. I think it's what you tried to teach these guys.
Yeah, exactly. So we have it on the locker room door, expect to win. I think it's been a theme at Madison Southern to not think that you can beat those teams, to not think you can beat Central or the teams in the 11th region. And this summer, we started to turn the corner a little bit last year as far as getting leads on teams and couldn't close out certain games. But this summer, we've gained a lot of confidence in that area and have beat some really good 11th region teams and some teams around the state. So that's going to help us moving forward. But like you said, we expect it doesn't matter who we play. Like when we step on that court, we expect to win the game.
It's the mindset.
It really is.
It's just that
That's what we're talking with Coach
mental
Robinson about too.
That's right.
It's the mindset of the smaller schools, and Southern's not even a small school, but whenever you've been in the same district with Madison Central, you're trying to overcome that hump. It's hard to do that but you're trying to make that culture change and not only compete against them, but compete against the teams that are always in the 11th region tournament.
Yeah, not just win district, but let's win region.
Yeah,
and
I know one thing that
state.
you were really focused on last year was winning a regional tournament game. It's still crazy to me that Southern's never done that before.
Yeah, it's never been done. And, again, that goes back to the mindset of maybe we're not good enough to compete in this region because it's the best region in the state, and Central's a top 5-10 team year in, year out. But we have ambitions of doing the same thing, and we have kids that believe that we can do the same thing. And this summer has shown us and shown our team that we can compete with the best teams in the state.
Well, one thing's for sure, and Hagan, you take the mic here. I got to ask you a question. So Dad said there were 20-4 during the summer. If he'd listened to you, they'd have been 24-0, right? Is that okay? See, I mean, he's up there at the top today. I seen him. He was watching them play, and he was rooting on for another team, and there was a couple of girls up there hanging out with him. I mean, he's just a man.
Ladies' man.
So let me ask you: you play some sports too? What's your favorite sport?
That's what I want to know too.
Football.
Okay. What you got? A favorite player? Favorite team? You don't got a favorite? Was Walter Smith your favorite player?
You're a Walton fan, aren't you, buddy?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
you like golf?
I've seen him play some golf too. Yeah. Can you beat Dad in golf?
Yeah.
Well, I've always tried to get him on there. I thought I was going to get him on today. He acted like he was ready to go, and then he backed out on me. But are you going to call a game with me this year? You come over and do some color commentary for me?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm going to write
you
you
go
down.
out with me too. You'd probably be better at asking Dad questions.
Well, now, if he's really mad, if you take Hagan down, he might be able to calm him down if they've had a bad half or something.
That's true. Are you the biggest fan?
Yeah.
I don't know. Wayne might get mad at me.
Wayne might get mad.
I bet Hagan could beat Wayne in an arm wrestling contest, though. I would put my money on Hagan. Can you think you can take Wayne in arm wrestling?
Yeah.
You think so?
You can definitely take your sister down, right? Arm wrestling. Yeah.
Well, I think his best sport is catching cats. I've seen him catch 3 or 4 cats. When y'all's cat gets loose, he goes out there and catches
He
him.
hasn't got loose in a while, but when he does, he's good at it.
Well, Coach, before we let you go, kind of give us an idea of what the rest of the summer looks like for you guys and what you'll be doing before next season starts.
Yeah, so like I said, we're going to take some time off. We'll come back in July and August. We'll be getting our bodies stronger, and that's the biggest thing that I've seen as the coach of Madison Southern. I mean, you go to these other 11th region schools, and they look like grown men.
Yeah.
And so we need to do a much better job in that area, and it's going to start when we get back from the dead period. We're going to get our bodies in great shape because we have the tools. We have good enough players to compete at a very high level this season, and so we need to make sure that our bodies are in good enough shape. And then of course, when school hits, we'll start, with our regular workouts and then practice in October. So it's just been nice to get some kind of normalcy back from all the COVID stuff and to have a summer season. As busy as it's been very nice to go into a gym without a mask on and just do normal things. So we're really happy about that, and we're also very excited about the potential of this year's team. We're very deep, and we're just excited about a lot of good things that are happening.
Well, social media has been buzzing about you guys this summer. I've seen a lot of guys that follow high school basketball talking about Madison Southern. And I felt it like today walking into the gym, setting up for the game, it felt so good to see your all's benches back on the side they were on today, and you're able to kind of get back to a little bit. Just that part of it made me feel like, okay, yes, this is back to some normalcy. Any fundraisers or anything coming up else for you guys?
We will do our annual golf scramble in August or September. But no, like you said, we're excited about getting fans back in the building and moving those benches over, because it was really a good atmosphere on our home court there before COVID hit. So we're going to hopefully give them a lot to cheer about this season, and hopefully they'll come back out. But we're just really excited about it.
You guys did some great stuff with the student section too. Like, at one time, weren't you giving like a raffle for a TV and stuff?
We did. We gave away a TV and some Bose speakers, and we were doing whatever we could to get them out.
We need to be in on that.
Well, Nick Atkins is working for us now. I think he's ready to come back out there and try to shoot that half-court shot, get that TV again.
Nick, he was the ringleader of the student section, so if you can get those students back, we'll take care of you.
Well, guys, we appreciate you all coming over. Good luck this year. Keep working hard.
Good luck
Looking
in football,
forward for some big things for Southern this year.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Coach. Another commercial break. We come back. Lots more to get to on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show.
Hey, why aren't you watching these 30-second walk-arounds?
And I'm Jennifer, and in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Kokudet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see you.
Support your favorite team with apparel from Campus Warehouse in Richmond. Whether you're an EKU fan or you're a part of the Big Blue Nation, Campus Warehouse has something for you. Stop by and see their new line of Old Road t-shirts, because guys, we know Saturdays are for the boys. Plus, they have the cutest seasonal tees for the ladies. And Campus Warehouse now carries a new line of tees for the kiddos as well. Visit campuswarehouserichmond.com or stop by their location in the Richmond Center next to Buffalo Wild Wings.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best margaritas and fajitas in town. Doesn't a huge 32-ounce ice-cold beer sound great? Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
Patrick O'Neill has been serving Central and Eastern Kentucky since 1995. When someone is accused of something they didn't do, or when a good person makes a mistake, they need the best representation they can find. And that's Patrick O'Neill. Whether it's criminal defense, Social Security, disability, personal injury, workers' compensation, or deeds and wills, when you need legal advice, trust the expertise of Patrick O'Neill. He will get you the money you deserve. His office is located in Jackson, but Patrick practices all over Central and Eastern Kentucky. For more information or for a free consultation, call 606-666-2990.
Back here on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show tonight at Campus Warehouse, where they're having some really cool 4th of July deals. Get over here and take advantage of those at Campus Warehouse inside the Richmond Center. Lots of great places around here, Samantha. We are joined tonight by Robert Sampson, and you are the special assistant to the athletic director, and obviously Matt Roan. We love Matt. We've had Matt on the show with us several times. So just kind of talk about what your job is to kind of rein Matt in sometimes, keep him in line. Is that how it goes?
Oh, I don't know about that. We're just trying to give our student athletes great opportunities, raise revenues that support them, and give them opportunities to earn that education, to have great experiences on a daily basis, and hopefully win some championships along the way.
Well, I'm checking out his ring, like the championships right there. Tell us about that.
That is our Opportunity Bowl rings from this past season, and it was great to give our kids, after going through such a tough year in football.
Right.
You're going every day and going up with all these protocols, to give them something to culminate their season with at home, and give them a chance to really fight for something at the end of the season. And they beat Western Carolina, the same team we'll start this upcoming season with. down south, and just that was a great moment to end this year. Give us great momentum going into this next season with Coach Wells.
All the bad stuff that had happened with COVID.
Yeah, and I think the way the season went with them dropping out of the OVC, that right there kind of solidified, okay, that decision was a good decision. And obviously, I mean, the hype around the football team has been there since that. And the storylines of now joining the ASUN and everything that's been going on. It seems like EKU sports is in a really, really good place right now with cheerleading and, softball winning the OVC. Right. It just seems like everything is going in the right direction with EKU sports.
No, without question, it's a process every day to continue to get better, to continue to put the resources forward, to get the right people in place, and that's what Matt has come in and done, is put the right people in the right places to give us a chance to be really successful.
And speaking of right people, Coach Todd.
Yep, Coach Todd, we've had him on the show with us too. So another momentum switch there.
Yeah.
So. You said there's a couple of big events coming up in the next couple of weeks. Tomorrow you're going to have the EKU Caravan. You've already had a couple of stops with that in Cincinnati and the Louisville area, and one more stop tomorrow in Lexington, right?
We're so excited. This really feels like the first time we've gotten in front of people and really been able to talk about EKU again. This past season, it was great to have fans in the stands and all that, but it was just different. And this is the first time we really feel like we're all coming back together and enjoying each other's company and talking about what's about to happen with EKU athletics in this transition to the ASUN. So tomorrow night we will be in Lexington over at Apollo Pizza off Leestown Road. It'll be our third stop this summer. We had two great stops in Cincinnati and Louisville. Attendance is really spiked up from past years, so we're really excited about what's going on there.
See, I'm glad we're talking about this because I didn't even know about it, so this is fantastic news.
We'll have Coach Todd out there tomorrow night, Coach Hamilton, Coach Wells, and they'll talk to everybody. And you can go online to our EKU Colonel Club Twitter page and RSVP for that. If you don't RSVP, come on out anyway.
Okay.
But we'd love to get an idea who's coming out. And,
right.
It's been so much fun to talk about these things, get in front of people. Coach Hamilton, now he's got some energy.
Yeah.
He's got some big energy.
We could do a whole show with just Coach Hamilton.
And I think that's one thing I've noticed with all these coaches is they all have the energy to sell the product and get fans excited. Yeah.
So positive. Tell us what you talk about. Like if someone can't go, tell us about it. Like what are you talking to the fans about?
You're getting a brief update on where the program is, but when you walk out, you're ready to buy your season tickets, and you're ready for that first game. You're ready for it to be kickoff or tip-off already because they show you some energy now.
Football.
Yeah. Well, I think whenever you look again at the way the sports has transitioning now into the ASUN, the excitement around that, and I feel like the people that are in place, and with Coach Todd now, with Coach Hamilton, with Coach Wells, obviously, even with the coaches that have been around for a while, that they're all excited about this new move because it's almost like a breath of fresh life into the programs here. Yeah, we might not have those same rivalries with some of those OVC schools, but this is a chance to really help build the programs, the funding, and the excitement around these programs because it opens up recruiting and a lot more stuff than just games and money for the university for the sports programs.
And it is a more natural footprint for where our alumni base is, which is really exciting. And it's so important. We're starting a Big E association this year, and what that is for all of our former student athletes. And we really want to honor everything they've done for us in setting a foundation for what's about to happen. This is a huge move for this institution.
Yeah.
But it's because of the foundation placed by all these young men and women who have done so much. And it's not just the student athletes. We have a great sports medicine program here. Trainers love to be invested even after their days on the sidelines here. Managers, all those people coming together in one group so that we can celebrate them on a daily basis at our games and all that.
Right.
So that foundation that they built is so important to what's getting ready to happen with this move today, son.
Well, I've seen some pictures of the caravans. If you go to the Twitter page you were talking about, I've seen some pictures.
Oh, yeah,
I even saw half of Sean Hamilton out there. I don't know where the other half went to, but I saw half of Sean out there, and I've seen Sean and Matt running around, and he's lost a lot of weight. But I think, again, with what Matt Roan has done and the people that he's put around him and the sports programs at the university, it just makes everybody excited. And I feel like, with the COVID seasons that we had with football and basketball and everything else, they were still successful years. And even with everything that's gone on with the basketball team, the players transferring away, the guys they have brought in. Listen, I covered Braxton Beverly in high school. he is going to be a perfect fit, not only at EKU, but in Coach Hamilton's system. You bring in the guys that transferred over from Marshall, the Wardy kid who's just a freak athlete. I mean, there is a lot of excitement to go around. And then you get Michael Moreno back, Kurt Lewis, Jamaru Brown coming back off the injury. Basketball, I feel like, is in the perfect situation to come into the ASUN and make an immediate splash.
I get excited when we do these caravans. But what's really exciting right now is to get a little sneak peek at practice.
Oh,
right
yeah.
Going out there and seeing all these guys in our women's basketball team. I've gotten to see a little bit of their workouts, too, and it's going to be fun. A lot of fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so we need an invite to that.
Yeah, I think we can get Coach Hamilton to let us in there. And he's got the camps coming up, too, the EKU men's basketball camp. They're having one in Georgetown and then the one here at EKU as well, and I think it's from ages 4 to rising juniors, I believe, and I'll get more information on it during the commercial break and let you guys know before we go off the air.
Right.
But there's a chance to get your kids out there, and they're going to be learning from college players and college coaches, and I think the younger ones will really enjoy that chance to get out there on the EKU floor and experience to kind of just take it all in. And this is exciting.
And it's not just athletes; these are fine young men that we've had on our show, and you want your child learning from these kids, these athletes, because they're fine young men.
And that's one of the things we were talking earlier about. Yeah, we had people at our games this year, but it was just different. We didn't have that interaction where a young kid gets to meet one of these guys that they see on TV, one of the young ladies who excels in the classroom and excels on the court that they get to meet after the game and get an autograph.
Especially those overtime wins.
Oh yes.
That they had.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So I think it's going to be a much better year, obviously, but with the transition into the ASUN, you are also having an event over here in the Richmond Center, right?
Just a few doors down here. We're excited about July 1. We're going to have our ASUN launch party. It's really our Richmond stop on the Colonel Caravan. So we make sure we're kind of culminating here at home because that's where this base is. That's where everybody's been so loyal over the years, and I know they're ready to help take us to this next level with the ASUN conference. So we'll have all of our coaches will be around. We'll have the basketball teams here signing autographs, some other fun, exciting, maybe a little free food.
Okay.
But head on into Buffalo Wild Wings down here, get something to eat, enjoy the night. That'll be from 6 to 8. The commissioner of the ASUN, there's 3 teams going in the conference. We were lucky enough to be the first one to ask. So he's going to be here that day. He'll meet with our staff that morning, and he'll be here talking to the crowd that night. So we're really excited about that.
See, people want to know what it's all about. They want to know this ASUN. What about it? And this is their opportunity to talk to the people.
The commissioner, he's a fun guy.
Yeah, and he'll make you even more excited. If you're not excited right now, just listening to the coaches talk about it, the commissioner from the ASUN, Matt Roan, we get kind of a back or a front row seat to this stuff being a part of the media, but the fans that don't get a chance to really see this and hear this on a consistent basis don't really know how exciting this move is going to be. But you're going to move into, your guy Jacksonville State moving in there with us, Central Arkansas's there, Bellarmine's going in there from Louisville, so you get a chance to kind of see some different teams. But there's still a chance, down the line to bring back the rivalry games with a Morehead State or a Western Kentucky even out of the OVC.
because they don't want to get rid of those.
Exactly.
Fans
and I think the fans, that's those old school EKU fans will miss those, but those still have a chance to come back eventually, right, Robert?
Definitely. I mean, these schedules sometimes are made a year or two in advance, so it may not be right away, but I know we're working on it in different capacities. We're excited to play teams like that in the state. That's what makes this state so special, is these great in-state rivalries. Everybody loves. And one thing about EKU right now, we don't necessarily we want to grow this fan base right now, and that doesn't mean if you're a Kentucky fan or you're a Louisville fan that you need to decide, hey, I'm done with that. I'm coming to EKU. We want you to be part of it, no matter what. If that's 2 games, if it's 4 games, if it's 1 game, come support the teams across the state. And I think it'll continue to elevate the level of play. It'll do great things to improve us here at EKU if we continue to get support from other programs, and we want to support them as well.
Before we let you go, tell the folks again one more time about the caravan stop tomorrow in Lexington, and again the ASUN launch coming up on July 1.
We'll be at Apollo Pizza tomorrow night from 7 to 8:30 in Lexington, and then July 1 right down here, a couple doors down. We'll be out here from 6 to 8, and we'd love to see everybody right outside Buffalo Wild Wings. If it rains, we might have to move inside, but either way, a great evening planned for July 1 out here.
Hey, thanks, Robert, for coming on with us to talk EKU sports. And
I mean, you could tell it in his voice how excited he is, and it makes – we were already excited, but it makes us excited too.
I had talked to Grant about coming on, and I think Robert would have done it a million times better than what Grant would have done had Grant come over. So we appreciate you stopping by, sir, and we look forward to EKU stop tomorrow and on July 1 over here at Buffalo Wild Wings, folks. One more commercial break. We'll come back. We'll talk some Madison Central basketball. Coach Todd's son is on the Madison Central basketball team. We were over there last week watching them play in a summer league game. That and more when we come back on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show.
Hey, why aren't you watching these 30-second walk-arounds?
And I'm Jennifer, and in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Kokudet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see you.
Support your favorite team with apparel from Campus Warehouse in Richmond. Whether you're an EKU fan or you're a part of the Big Blue Nation, Campus Warehouse has something for you. Stop by and see their new line of Old Road t-shirts, because guys, we know Saturdays are for the boys. Plus, they have the cutest seasonal tees for the ladies. And Campus Warehouse now carries the new line of tees for the kiddos as well. Visit campuswarehouserichmond.com or stop by their location in the Richmond Center next to Buffalo Wild Wings.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best margaritas and fajitas in town. Doesn't a huge 32-ounce ice-cold beer sound great? Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
Patrick O'Neill has been serving Central and Eastern Kentucky since 1995. When someone is accused of something they didn't do, or when a good person makes a mistake, they need the best representation they can find. And that's Patrick O'Neill. Whether it's criminal defense, Social Security, disability, personal injury, workers' compensation, or deeds and wills, when you need legal advice, trust the expertise of Patrick O'Neill. He will get you the money you deserve. His office is located in Jackson, but Patrick practices all over Central and Eastern Kentucky. For more information or for a free consultation, call 606-666-2990.
You're on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Michael Watkins, Samantha Burford here tonight at Campus Warehouse. Samantha, it has been a jam-packed Monday night show here
and
over at Campus
Warehouse. And who would have thought the summer would be boring?
Well, listen, we got a long way to go still.
Well,
but,
that is true.
There's a lot of stuff in the works here on the sports show, and we really want to say thank you to all of our great sponsors.
Yes.
Obviously, Jack Burford Chevrolet. Folks, if you go over to Jack Burford Chevrolet today, you got to stop back by tomorrow as well, because there is new inventory arriving daily over at Jack Burford Chevrolet. Check out jackburford.com to see the latest inventory. Also, Campus Warehouse here in the Richmond Center, they're having their 4th of July sale right now. And, you know, everybody loves to celebrate the 4th of July. You got the cookout, got your fireworks.
That's right.
You got to come over here and dress for the occasion. All kinds of cool 4th of July apparel, whether it's the old rose shirts and the Saturdays are for the boys, 4th of July apparel. You also got the stuff that Mom might like as well. So everybody, there's something for everybody here at Campus Warehouse.
A whole section of July 4th.
You got the Rolling Stones.
Not just one or two shirts.
The tongue coming out.
Yeah.
You got the 4th of July version of that shirt.
I have that with
the
tongue
Rolling Stones
coming
one.
out. Yeah.
So all kinds of cool. We got some koozies over there and really good deals over here at Campus Warehouse next to Buffalo Wild Wings in the Richmond Center.
His son got some EKU stickers.
He got some EKU stickers and decals.
So I saw him walking out with some T-shirts too. So the team did.
Well, we appreciate you all joining us in. Also, special thanks to Bishop Small Engine Repair over on North Estill Avenue in Richmond. You know, obviously it's raining right now, but it's that time of year where you're cutting the grass. With the rain, maybe a couple of times a week.
You're going to have to mow more.
Exactly. So if you need a new mower or if you need to get your mower checked out, take it over to Bishop Small Engine Repair on North Estill Avenue in Richmond. And Nuevo Vallarta, the best Mexican restaurant, to me, in Madison County. It is so good. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
So good, they're making it bigger.
They are. They're making it bigger in Richmond, and they're also expanding to a location in Berea. That's how good Nuevo is. And then the law office of Patrick O'Neill. Patrick is located over in Breathitt County, but he serves all over central and eastern Kentucky, whether it's legal advice on workers' compensation, criminal defense cases, SSI, Social Security. Give Patrick a call for any questions you have at 606-666-2990. Samantha, last Tuesday we were live for Madison Central Summer League game versus North Laurel. Everybody knows who Reed Shepard is by now, and he was in town to take on the Indians. I was excited to see Hagen Harrison, and Todd, who transferred in from Rowan County. Harrison transferred in from Montgomery County to Madison Central. And, man, oh, man, did they look good. You know, I know it's a summer league game, and North Laurel was without their second-best player. But Central showed some shooting, which they had last year.
Lots of shooters.
Some athleticism. Yes. Kenyatta Harge has lost, some weight. He's, put on some good muscle, and he looked like he was much more athletic than what he was last year, coming off as that six-man role for the Indians.
He's really improved his shot.
Yeah, he has. And I think Central kind of showed a little sneak peek as to how good they could be, because they beat North Laurel by almost 30 points, and Will Harden had like 4 points. So, I mean, that's the kind of firepower that they have now. And listen,
he may have a different role. I mean, he's kind of had that role. In some games, he's the top leading scorer. But, I mean, they have him when they need him. So he's going to be that backbone.
Yeah, and then we know how good Jalen Davis is. Trey Skaggs has gotten stronger and better. So
Davis scored, 20 points?
He had 20, and he made it look easy. Like, it was
and some dunks.
Yes. Dunks were all over the place. Jaden West had 2, one of them an alley-oop dunk, and that's a kid that I think I'm excited about, because he's
really going to step up.
We know what Davis and Harden is. We saw what Todd and Harrison can do sliding into those new roles. Skaggs. But Jaden West is kind of that unknown. Exactly how good can he be? He showed that he can knock down the three-pointer. He can dunk the ball. He can play some defense. A very exciting player is Jaden West. So I'm excited to see what his role is going to be.
He's going to have some more PT this fall.
Yeah. And Malachi Wood wasn't even out there. So, I mean, there's a lot to be excited about. And to me, right here in Madison County, it's a really exciting time to be a sports fan, because obviously with what EKU was talking about, but, with high school football, new year for Madison Central football with what Mike Holcomb was bringing in, a new excitement around there. For Madison Southern, I mean, their football team, Cole Carpenter is moving up the rankings as far as his quarterback position goes. That team's going to be very exciting. We had Walter Smith on. He could be a potential Mr. Football candidate. So, there you got Berea, new head coach over there, Frank Parks, who we're going to have on the show soon.
I forgot about that. Yes,
so there's excitement all over the county right now. And we just wrapped up last week. We had Madison Central. We had Kerry O'Shea win another state championship. Wyatt Stewart won a state championship in pole vaulting. It's just an exciting time to be a sports fan.
And more coming down the line that are champions, the middle school champions.
So we are blessed right now to be here and to cover this stuff for you.
Exactly.
We appreciate everybody for letting us be a part of some exciting teams and players and coaches. And as fans, last year it was hard with the COVID seasons, not being able to get out there.
We didn't even know if we were going to be able to be out
to have
there.
Seasons or whatever. But we urge you.
Or even be media and at the games.
Yes, that's true. There were some times where you weren't even allowed to be there on the floor with them. But as fans, and listen, we urge you all to get out there and watch these teams play. Whenever the games come back around next year, get out there, support these young athletes and their teams and their coaches, because it's going to be a very exciting time of year when football rolls back around. Then we get into basketball season. We can get into baseball and softball. Wrestling's going to be an important part of the year again this year. Volleyball, I mean, it is just – we are blessed with some really, really, really good athletes here in the coverage area.
Sounds like we're going to have to hire more people to keep up.
Or you and I are going to be just really, really busy.
Exhausted.
So we appreciate you all tuning us in here, folks. We are going to wrap up tonight's show. big shout out to Campus Warehouse for letting us come over. Don't forget their sale, the 4th of July sale going on right now. Check out their Facebook page, Campus Warehouse, to see some of their inventory, some of the new T-shirts that they've got up. And don't forget to come over here and check them out. Over here in the Richmond Center next to Buffalo Wild Wings, Campus Warehouse will take great care of you for whatever the event is. They have something for everybody here at Campus Warehouse in Richmond.
Maybe next Monday I'll wear my shirt from here.
Your Rolling Stone shirt? Will you be here next Monday or going on vacation?
Yes, I'll be back. But that is the shirt that I just mentioned that I have, so I can wear it. It'll be our show right before July 4th.
Well, keep this in mind. Next Monday, we'll see if Samantha brings me a souvenir from her vacation trip. So we'll keep that in mind. We'll see what happens next Monday. So a cliffhanger there before we go off the air.
Not happening. I brought you something back last time. I don't ever remember you bringing me back.
I brought myself back. That's all you need. For our producer, Gage Shields, she is Samantha Burford. Thanks to all the awesome guests we had on tonight. I am Michael Watkins. Folks, we'll see you next Monday for the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show.